number, that's about how many minutes we've got before we got at. Pretty easy stuff.
And then when you're back here, you can kind of I can see Tim's face, but I always just pull it up on my phone to make sure that the picture looks right.
We do a show on there also every Saturday. We made it to 200. What's going to happen next? There's a similar opportunity now that we're gearing up to celebrate the 250 years.
The music show, we had an audience with goodies, a 3-hour show where a lot of request lines back in the day.
Wow.
Today's going to be hard because we have a lot of people.
Lines up, wanting to hear all the old,
Yeah.
that was that Jack Choir Man
That might be what we get today, if Sarge could lean in that way.
See, I got mine perfect. Mine's good. Facebook, I mean.
That might be because you're slightly back about 6 inches.
It could be.
So there's that. So now we're live on YouTube. And then I always charge the phone while we're live. And there's a charger over here. Excuse me.
Well, she's got her thing plugged in now because I told her.
Give her the tutorial like that.
Oh, yeah. Actually, can you go ahead and hit live on that? We'll go ahead and get started on the Facebook. See what you did? And you're
Now I'm out of it.
And we're out of focus, and you are fix it. What did you do?
Possibility in a new kind of way. So I think America still is, despite again some challenges, some areas that we still need to focus and do a better job on, is a unique nation, a real unique land of opportunity.
All right, good morning, Facebook Nation. We are live inside the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM KYRO. Of course, we've got myself in the studio along with HD Daniels. He's off camera right now, getting the YouTube all set up. We've got a new member of the team here, who we'll introduce here in just a little bit. Superfan, the nematode Nelly himself. Tim Williams is in the studio as well. And some awesome special guests in studio.
Absolutely.
Of course, the owner and promoter of SICW. Got a huge event coming up next weekend, which we're going to be talking about. Mr. Herb Simmons right here in the middle. And of course, I'll let you introduce your guest here.
The sheriff of SICW, the big Texan, is with me today. I had to have the sheriff come along.
The big Texan to keep everybody in line.
What do you think?
You hear that, Superfan?
No, I don't.
In line.
Maybe he might side with me.
The fair this week.
I might have. I'm poking you, Sarge.
Yeah. You go ahead and poke me and see what happens. We're going to get going here on the radio side of things in about 7 minutes. Awesome show lined up for this morning. Cannot wait. Again, I'm going to talk about SICW's huge event next weekend. WLW's got a huge event coming up in a couple of weeks. Backlash is next weekend. We'll give our predictions on that stuff, as well. A lot of things going on in the world of professional wrestling this week with WWE, AEW. I mean, so much stuff. More releases this week, HP, from the WWE, and shocking ones as well.
Somebody wants to talk about an upcoming project.
Oh, the one more.
Here we go. It's going to be one of them days. I can feel it.
tsmdesigns.troy@gmail.com.
I just had goodness on your smart.
139 South Lincoln Drive.
Yeah, I gotta get my
Simmons, stand right there. From the Gateway Fiber Studios. Online at gatewayfiber.com. News Radio 105, 1280 KYRO Troy. It's 10 o'clock in the Heartland.
And she is slightly off camera right now, but we've got a brand new member for the team here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk and here on the radio station. Her name, and she is a second generation wrestler. Her name is Miss Erin Morris as well. So stand up and come over and say hello to the good folks watching on Facebook or YouTube.
U.S. mission in Iran. Thousands of travelers need options.
Mike's not on.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Right. Mike is on over there.
Administration for killing a merger with JetBlue that
You'll
he
learn
says
studio.
could
You'll get there. First day.
I drove 8 hours.
Have ruled against
Pretty
Spirit
much.
Airlines' proposed merger with
Probably
this.
You know, I love being here. I'm Erin.
America's listening to
Hello.
Fox News.
Special.
Alright, let's see here.
Need life insurance but have diabetes, high blood pressure, or on anxiety meds? If you're
you
a
wanna be
50-year-old
on the
male,
camera,
even
just scoot
40,
your
or with type 2 diabetes,
Go ahead and
$1
share
million
this
life insurance
thing.
may only cost you about $200 a month. For affordable term life insurance, call Term Provider and speak with Big Lou at 800-444-2013.
There you go.
800-444-2013 or visit biglou.com.
Behind the
What's
hat.
wrong with the hat?
I'm just saying it's big.
It's tall.
And she's back there.
Okay.
2013.
I
Not so
like
tall.
that.
Hearing. Our mission is simple, to make better hearing
The hat
affordable
makes
for
a
everyone.
statement.
We're
It
proud
makes
to
a
offer
statement, all
high-quality,
right.
rechargeable hearing aids starting at just $98. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right
Got
out of the
about
box.
4
And
minutes
here's a
and
study worth
15
hearing.
seconds. We'll be
Research
live on the
shows that
radio.
wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1
And you're showing me
million
how to do
happy
that group
customers.
thing on here
Hear
has
the
been a
difference
godsend.
today
I
by
was
going
wondering
to
if you
audionhearing.com.
Oh, yes,
That's
absolutely. Every single
audionhearing.com.
I don't have to hear
Boom,
him.
boom.
Why did that one go through? Why did that one go through? Oh, I hate technology.
Hey, when the things aren't working properly like they should,
closes
hey, it
and the
gets under
tech-heavy
your skin
Nasdaq
sometimes.
trading above the 25,000 level for the first time as investors continue to digest mostly upbeat earnings reports. 82% of S&P 500 companies that have reported quarterly results have beaten estimates. Tech was the best performer in the S&P 500 sectors,
Got
while
that up
energy
and going.
industrials lagged. The Magnificent Seven.
With time to
Tech
spare.
stocks were mostly higher, led by Apple and Tesla. Apple stocks surged
What?
over 3%
I'm just ready to
following a
I've
robust.
already
Oh, she got it.
Oh,
He's
oh.
I've
got
already
it.
got it going.
Oh, thank you.
You've already got it going already? No wonder why there's a lot of space on stuff on the very front of it.
Hey, if I don't start it at 10, then it's like 10:15 and we're already behind.
Ah, okay. I see what you're saying.
So it's better to get a little bit beforehand
I
than
hear
it is
ya.
to go, oh, that was funny and we missed it.
I hear ya.
Killers weren't hiding in the shadows.
Now that explains why some things are cut off too. I'm going back and going over stuff.
Exactly.
Fired. Aaron, step up.
Yeah, already, first day.
Oh, it's gonna affect my paycheck so much if I get fired.
Another E on it, right?
Huh?
Another E on the end of it.
Yeah, empty.
Trust the professionals at Meyer and Company Real Estate and Auctions. Buying or selling, they'll make your dreams come true. Here's farm auction and acre.
Hopefully they're gonna get this air conditioner fixed in the next week and a half. Yes.
Have you been warm?
It's warm right now to me,
Really?
but yeah,
That's how you opened up the backside to keep air going on.
yeah, keeping the closet open now, just in case. I know yesterday when John was in here, he texted me and said, and this was about, I guess this is about 10 in the morning or so, it was already 77 degrees up in here. So, and before long, it gets up to mid 80s and 90s in here with all this equipment running and stuff. And you gotta have cool air to keep the temperatures down on that equipment. If
For all
not-
the computers
Yeah.
and everything.
Mhm. My ghost is working
Meyer
today.
and Company Real Estate and Auctions, North Lincoln Drive in Troy, 636-462-5555. Online at meyerlistings.com.
About a minute and a half when we're going live on the radio.
Was that your camera that's been at the most recent shows, like when they do the postings? Is that camera?
Yep, this is the camera.
Is that Leland's or yours?
It's mine.
That, the video quality is superb.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Yeah.
I actually like it. I love it.
First time I noticed was when we were at that university.
At the Knicks on Monday.
The video call, I was like, who is filming
Semifinals in Game 1 of the
I
Yeah.
used the prime lens for
semifinals
that.
Saturday
Okay.
night.
Yep,
It was
I
really
was
good.
going prime
Hurricanes
lens for
defeated
that.
the Philadelphia Flyers 3-0.
Golden Tempo rallied from last place to first place to win the 152nd running of the Kentucky Derby on Saturday, making trainer Cherie DeVoe the first woman to train a Kentucky Derby champion. Baseball Saturday night, Angels over the Mets in 10 innings, 4-3. The Mets 11-22, the worst record.
30 seconds.
From the Meyer Auction and Real Estate Weather Center,
Jennifer
here's your
Borzinski.
updated KYRO forecast. Mainly sunny today with highs around 75. Lows around 54. Tonight, chance for storms. Slight chance for storms tomorrow. Daytime highs approaching 78. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Right now, 58. That's
Not bad.
from
Was she
Los
close?
Angeles,
I-
2 degrees away.
Is that
meteorologist
acceptable?
It's
Jennifer
acceptable.
Bucci.
All right.
She gets to keep her job.
He likes her better than Erica.
I know. I miss Erica so much.
Bumper music is on, which means the mics are going live. Well, good Sunday morning. And what a beautiful morning it is here in the St. Louis area. We are live inside the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. Of course, we're also live on our Facebook feed, the Uncensored Wrestling Talk page. YouTube channel is up and running, the Uncensored Wrestling Talk YouTube channel itself. And we're also on X.
At UW Talk KYRO.
And we've also got a Discord channel. Superfan, tell us real quick. Pull the mic over to you. You got it. Come on.
I could
Been
talk
doing
loud
this for
enough.
over a year now.
I could probably talk loud enough. They'll probably still hear me. But it's an uncensored wrestling talk show.
Come join us every day that ends in Y. There's a wrestling event going on. So 1 or 2 or 3 of us are on there chit-chatting about everything that's going on. So we did a little watch along a couple weeks ago for WrestleMania Night 2. I think that went pretty decently.
It was a lot of fun.
And we'll see if we continue that going forward. I think that we will. It just depends on which show it is and what day it is and everything like that going on. We have got some awesome special guests in the studio with us this morning. He is the owner and promoter of Southern Illinois Championship Wrestling, SICW, Mr. Herb Simmons. Good morning, Mr. Simmons. How are you this morning?
Good morning, and thanks for the invite, and thanks for having us, and to all your viewers out there. I get to catch you every Sunday, and it's you guys are kicking it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And you brought a guest with you as well this morning.
Yeah, he's my bodyguard, the sheriff of SICW, the big Texan, good friend, and has helped train a lot of the workers that are out there making a name for themselves right now.
Well, we appreciate the both of you coming in this morning. And Superfan, I dare you. I triple dog dare you. I'm going right there.
You're going to go there?
I triple dog dare you to poke the bear. I triple dog dare you.
If the bear walks by, I might have to give it a kick.
Yeah, I dare you. I triple dog dare you.
It's going to be an interesting day.
Oh, definitely. It always is with him. So, real quick, our main sponsor for the show here, NWA's World League Wrestling. We've got a show coming up on the 16th of May. We've got some matches that have been announced. It's going to be the brand new king of World League Wrestling, Raheem De La Suede, going up against a young man making his WLW debut, his wrestling debut, recent graduate out of the Race Wrestling Academy, young Mr. Ricky Rivera. That's going to be an interesting one. Superstar Steve. I can't see how he's a very happy camper these days. His 2 proteges, All Day Ed and Riley, and the monstrous one, Mike Maverick, losing those WLW Tag Team Championships at the end of February to Attila Khan, a gentleman Herb Simmons knows very, very well, and also Trevor Murdoch, losing those championships to them. He's going to be taking on self-proclaimed pound for pound the strongest man in WLW, young Mr. Tobias Storm. That's going to be an interesting matchup. Because it was, let's be honest here. It was a falls count anywhere, no disqualification match, of course, but Tobias Storm had a hand in the Doubles of War losing those championships. So a little bit of retribution for Superstar Steve possibly that evening. We'll see. Then also, the Deliverer Moses, the team of one, as he likes to say, going up against another young man that just took on Attila Khan at the last event. And yes, Attila Khan came out with the beating win, but also at the same time, I would say young Jay Pierce, he at times held his own. At times, he'll be going up against the Deliverer Moses and trying to get that first elusive win in World League Wrestling. And then the main event for that evening, it'll be the manager of champions in the NWA, Mr. Aaron Stevens, and the former World Television Champion, NWA World Television Champion, and the NWA World League Heavyweight Champion, former, Mr. Carson Drake. They'll be teaming up to go against one of your favorites.
He is my favorite. Come on, you know he's my
fan.
favorite.
He is the astonishing one, Austin Molitalo, and a partner to be determined still. So, hey, that's going to be, he's got a pick of the litter, basically, to pick from. Not just in WLW, but he's got contacts all around the world. So we'll see. We'll see who they've got going on for that match. Then also real quick in the Facebook, we've got Mama Bear, Sherry Harley, saying good morning to everyone here in the studio. Well, good morning to you as well, Mama Bear. Hope you're having a great Sunday morning. Mr. Simmons, you have got an awesome event coming up in a mere days. May the 8th, May the 9th. It's the 4th annual Fanfest for SICW. Please, the floor is yours. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, it's we're really excited about it. This is FanFest 4. Some people say we're crazy, and I agree with them sometimes. But we've got over 60 of the great wrestling legends from the past, some from the present, and like I said, it's for the fans, and that's what it is. And it wasn't going to be a FanFest 4, as I was telling you before we went on the air, but last year at FanFest 3, that tornado came through, and there's still people cleaning up from that a year later in the St. Louis area.
Mm-hmm.
And our thoughts and prayers will still go out to all of them. But, I had a couple of my good friends, the JBLs of the world, and Jerry Briscoe and Conrad Thompson and them called and said, Herb, you've got a thing going on. You can't just stop it. So this all came together in about 14 days. I found a hotel over in Fairview Heights, Illinois, the Radisson Hotel and Conference Center, and they've been real great to work with. And so I said, okay, we'll put it together, and we'll keep it 10, 12 of the greats, have them come in with all of our local talent, and because we got so much great talent here in the St. Louis area, as you guys all know, you talk about it every week. But this thing actually grew legs, and not did it take off walking, it took off running, and now we're over 60 legends and special guests. That Friday night, May the 8th, we'll kick it off with Mick Foley doing his one-man show, and everybody's excited about that. And then immediately after that, there'll be a private meet and greet with Mick, getting their autographs and photos taken. Mick's always a great guy. Him and I were in Vegas last year together and got honored out there. We've been trying to get some other dates throughout the year to get him in, and it just wouldn't work out because he's a busy guy. Mm-hmm. But this worked out, and of course, then Saturday the doors will open at 10 a.m. in the morning, and the vendors will all be set up, and the talent starts coming in. Some of them's even coming in late Thursday night. I've got some other special things for them to do, and Buck Bagwell will be in early Friday to take care of it, and then just this last week, Jimmy Hart, I had originally was going to get him booked because we're doing a tribute to the late Hulk Hogan. Mm-hmm. And Jimmy had a previous engagement, so he couldn't confirm. But last week he said, hey, I juggle my schedule around so I can be there. So
wow.
we added the mouth and the south of Jimmy Hart to be there to help with the little tribute we're paying to Hulk Hogan. And then so Saturday, all the meet and greets go on, and then about 5 o'clock we'll do the St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame inductions that we started, Larry Matisek and myself, and Nick Rednar, many years ago. And this year, the class of 2026, we're inducting Andre the Giant. And there's a gentleman out there you may be familiar with, Chris Owens, who has the large collection memorabilia of Andre's items. He joins us quite frequently, and Chris is going to be there to take part in that induction. And then another inductee into the class, the son-in-law of the late Dick the Bruiser, Spike Huber, is going into the class of 2026. And then the third gentleman, a lot of people in the St. Louis area may not know him, but he's done so much for the wrestling business to this day. He's 86 years old, still has a gym up in the New York area, training the new generation of wrestlers and the future legends. I'm talking about Johnny Rods. All you got to do is Google him on Facebook and you'll understand why he's going into that class of 2026. So we're excited about that.
Absolutely. And some of these other names on here that are coming, just wow. The who's who of wrestling of yesteryear. The Powers of Pain, the Barbarian, and the Warlord. Wow.
And they will be in action, actually. Yeah, they're putting the boots back on, and
Interesting.
I was with them up in Chillicothe, Ohio last month, and they were in action up there. And of course, the Barbarian and the Warlord are a force to be reckoned with. They are the Power of Pain.
They are the Powers of Pain, that's for sure. The manager of the Legion of Doom, especially the Road Warriors, Paul Ellering is going to be there this coming weekend.
Yeah, Paul will be there, and we also have a vendor there that the family of Mr. Laurinaitis will be there with the original shoulder pads that the fans will be able to try on, and Paul will be there, and
wow,
it's going to be a big deal, you know.
One of my favorites, Teddy Long, is going to be there on the 8th and 9th.
Teddy's actually, him and I worked out an arrangement after a lengthy couple-day discussion. He's actually acting as a general manager. He's putting a lot of the matches together, and I think that his expertise of being the general manager is really paying off. There's a few, one of my guys, and I'm sure you've heard of him, Big Nasty Glenn Williams, is not happy with Teddy Long right now to a degree, but yeah, him and Teddy will actually be in the ring. Big Nasty has his segment on our show every Sunday night on YouTube at SICW Championship Wrestling called Nasty Talk with Big Nasty Glenn Williams. And so Teddy Long and his co-host Mac Davis have agreed to do the live show with Big Nasty that Saturday afternoon at the Fanfest.
Well, that'll be interesting.
Right, and just recently this last week, Teddy announced that because we were talking about poking the bear earlier.
Right.
Big Nasty has been poking the bear against JBL, he's retired for the last 15 years. He's made some appearances where, yeah, he used to do a couple of lariats, but for the far most, he's retired. He does personal appearances, but him and Teddy were out at WrestleMania together, and Teddy said, hey, have you been keeping up with what this Big Nasty guy at Herd's Place is talking about you? And he said, yeah, I've seen some of it. And so Teddy was able to convince JBL to put the boots back on, and so there's going to be some type of match between JBL and Big Nasty Glenn Williams.
Look out, Big Nasty. JBL's coming in with that lariat. It might take your head off. And then, of course, just recently inducted into the WWE's Hall of Fame, the tag team of Demolition going to be there.
Oh yeah, great guys. Long overdue for them to be inducted into that Hall of Fame, and everybody was happy with that. I was with one of them up in Chillicothe up there for Bobby Fulton's show that he invited me up to do their TV with, and Axe and Smash are looking forward to coming back to St. Louis, and we're excited about having them there, especially just coming off of their induction into that Hall of Fame. So now if I can just talk them into getting in the ring, that'd be a bonus, you know.
You never know. You never know what may happen.
No, it's always a surprise at wrestling, you know that.
Harvey Whippleman, what a name. What a name that is to be coming in for this fan fest.
Yeah, downtown Bruno, Harvey Whippleman, you get both of them. You know, it's kind of like with Mick Foley. You know, you get about 3 for the price of 1 with Mankind and Dude Love and Cactus Jack. So,
such an awesome, awesome list. Barbara Goodish Brody, the wife of Bruiser Brody, going to be there.
Yeah, of course, we wind out the end of the night, Saturday night, with the Bruiser Brody, Tony Costa, Larry Matisek wrestling card. And Barbara is always, every year, she not only for the Fan Fest, but she's been coming in for many, many years, ever since the tragic death of her husband back in 1988. her and I became great friends, and she's always, anytime I meet her, she's always come in, and she looks forward to this. She's such a beautiful, down-to-earth person, loves fans. If you meet her once, you got a friend forever. But she will award that trophy cup to the winner of that Bruiser Brody Battle Royal. I think we've got, as of last night, my booker told me we've got 25 of the top talents in and around the area, and even coming from out of the area. They're going to take part in that Bruiser Brody Memorial.
Wow, very, very cool. Superfan, I'm having a brain fart over here. Did I actually do an introduction for yourself and good old HD Daniels?
No, not
at
on the
beginning?
radio.
I
Over
didn't
here.
think
No,
so.
sulking.
So we'll go ahead and do that right now. Of course, along with Mr. Herb Simmons and the Big Texan and Aaron Morris and myself in studio here at the Gateway Fiber Studios.
Let's just walk out.
News Radio 105.3
Aaron and Herb.
1280
So
AM.
you can see what happens.
KYRO,
Yeah.
my co-host.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you know, sometimes when you guys know this, when the show starts, it's like getting on the train rails and just going, right? And so sometimes you miss a few stops. It just happens. It just happens. But in studio with me, of course, my two co-hosts. He is the Nematode Nelly. He didn't even do the Neller. He's salty over here. He is salty. The super fan, Tim Williams.
Hi.
And then, of course, my other co-host, he is our resident referee, Mr. 1, 2, 3, yeet.
One arm yeet. One arm.
One arm yeet.
One arm.
HD Daniels, good morning, my friend. How are you?
Good.
That's all
We
he's
just got here.
That's all he's got. That's all he's got. Hey, we are up against our very first break of this first hour. We are going to go ahead and take it real quick. It's only 59 seconds, so be quick with whatever you're doing because we're going to be right back.
For slow internet, press 1. For any different customer
Mike's
service, press 2. For confusion
Oopsie.
press 3. For extremely long wait times,
It is.
press 1. For 87 supply trucks,
Yeah. They don't know who we are by now.
Where there was frustration, now there's satisfaction.
Hello, this is Helen at Gateway Fiber.
Some
How may I
of
help
you
you?
don't know. Which might be a good thing at times. Yes.
Family Shoe Store is a local family and veteran-owned tradition in historic downtown Troy, Missouri, dedicated to serving the local community and providing great customer service. Their brands include Red Wing, Irish Setter, Works, Birkenstock, Brooks, Merrill, New Balance, Skechers, Thoroughgood, as well
Do you
as
ever do
Super Clean
anything with Von
insoles,
Erich?
state-of-the-art 3D foot scanner to ensure you get just the
10
right
seconds.
insoles for you. Finley Shoe Store providing men's and women's quality footwear in Lincoln County area since 1947. Finley Shoes, 636-528-8247.
Mics are going live.
Yep.
Radio, things happen. Technical issues. Mayday, mayday. We're going down. Uncensored Wrestling Talk back live on the air inside the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. Of course, as our guest this morning, we've got the great Herb Simmons in studio with us and his bodyguard and sheriff of SICW. Watch your P's and Q's over there.
I don't know, man.
Super
You
fan.
should
We've got
watch
the
me
big
just-
Texan here.
You're off the
in
rails already.
studio.
You're going off the rails down your own
I
track.
got cash that can. I got cash, pal.
You got cash?
I got cash, pal. HD Daniels, of course, with us. Super fan Tim Williams, who you just heard, one of our newest member to the team, Miss Erin Morris, in the studio with us as well. Trying to keep him, straight and narrow, but that's not going to happen.
No.
You've got your hands full back there, Erin Morris.
Well, yeah, I do a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, HD Daniels.
Hi.
Hi. WWE this week.
Yeah.
I'm scratching my head over here.
Yeah, me too.
More releases from WWE, namely The New Day, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods gone from the WWE. Now that one is a little bit more of a we want more money type situation instead of a we're just cutting you like it was last week. We've got those folks, and who else was cut this week?
Pretty much half of the MFTs, right?
Right? Tongaloa and JC Mateo, Jeff Cobb.
Who else are we missing from the list?
You'll have to bring that up. I thought maybe you had that
I
already.
didn't. I'm doing the social media search.
Ah, okay. He's on the YouTube checking out what you guys are saying on the YouTube side and not letting us know.
Tongaloa, JC Mateo, Angel Garza.
Angel Garza.
Wait, no, I'm reading a post. Angel Garza and Humberto isn't listed on the roster. Angel Garza and Humberto aren't listed on the roster page on WWE or AAA. No news
Interesting.
on them being released. But
Interesting.
one of our followers, I knew it was in Discord. One of our members of Discord posted that, so I was just reading Dark Order's post.
And to go along with that huge list that was released last week, do you think these cuts are done now?
Probably not.
Probably not.
I don't know why they're not doing them all at once, but maybe
And
it's an ongoing process.
And I do want to get everyone's thoughts on this. Another story that I read over the week, it's very mind-blowing to me. WWE has basically admitted that they are using, well, TKO has admitted, let's say that right now. TKO is the ones that said that they've admitted that they are using AI to do their creative. H.E. Daniels, you first, please.
I think they're using it as an outsider looking in. I would hope they're using it as an aid and not as the sole source.
I sure don't seem like it.
Give me an example of what you mean. They had an AI vignette on
Everything
NXT.
that's been going on over the last year?
Oh, you think that?
I think it's been going on for a lot longer than what we think.
I don't know.
To be quite honest. I mean, as far as AEW goes and WWE, we've said on this show many times that we have thought AEW's product creatively has been a lot better than what WWE has done. And it's like WWE, since TKO has taken over, has everything right there for them to grab, right? And to take that rocket into the skies further than it's ever been. And it's like they're sputtering. Am I right or wrong on this one?
I don't know if you're right or wrong, because they're going to open up their checkbook and say we've never made more money than we ever have in the history of this company.
This is true. Superfan, what do you think? What's your thoughts on this one?
Well, see, when talking about AI, I was thinking more, is AI writing the script for the wrestlers?
Well, you know they didn't go into specifics. They just said AI is doing creative.
Because they're starting a storyline, but it seems like it's the same script that everybody's reading from storyline to storyline to storyline.
You mean when they're doing promos?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the promos is AI, to me, is AI actually writing the words that they're going to say.
Mr. Simmons, I'm really interested to hear your thoughts on this AI thing. Should it be used at all? I mean, what's your thoughts on the whole situation going on with WWE with that particular thing?
Well, if I'm AEW, I hope that they start using AI, because I think that's another nail in the coffin. You know, AI is good from some things, but when you take that human experience and the knowledge out of it, I just think it's a bad decision if they're doing it that way. And I think AI is going to be the future, but in wrestling, you know, you're not going to beat the knowledge that the Triple H is, and all you know everybody just.
And the Michael P.S. Hayes.
Yeah, you just they've lived it. They've walked those shoes, and when you start allowing that computer to tell you what they think the fans want, I mean, you just said it, Superfan. If they've got them writing their scripts, you know, I guarantee if you gave those scripts to Michael P.S. Hayes or somebody like that and said, "Here, learn this," and before you go out, he'd rip it up and throw it away. You know, it's you never had anything like that years and back. The guys went out there; they had a 3-minute promo they had to do, and they did it. And then, of course, you know, the interviewer controlled that, and he knew how much time they needed. And I always remember Larry Matizek saying when he'd interview somebody like a Gene Kiniski standing in the middle of the ring wrestling at the Chase, they always shot him from the waist up. And one of the reasons was that he'd have his hand down, and he's watching the floor director, and he's giving him the countdown, and he's tapping him, you know, wind it up. You know, it's time to go home.
Right.
But if you're allowing that to be done by the computer telling you how to do it, I think if I'm AEW, go ahead, go for it.
And now I would love to get a wrestler's point of view. The big Texan himself. HG, if you could pull your mic over there for him.
Well, I think the human aspect of it is a wrestler can put their emotions, their feelings into whatever promo they're talking about. And when you use an AI, I don't think it's going to be able to show and reflect their emotions. So, yes, I think AI is the future. Yes, I think it could be a part of something. You just can't use AI for the sole reason and the creative part, because you got to have that human element, If I've been on the road for 15 hours or driving for 8 hours and you throw me a mic, it's going to have a totally different feeling because of the way you're feeling right now compared to a script getting tossed your way and say, hey, just read this. Most of the time when I get handed something, there is no emotion involved in what I'm saying. I am just going word from word of what you wrote.
Right.
Where if you give me a time, give me 5 minutes, give me a story about your back life, I am going to put my heart and soul into it and give you that feeling and try to, because the wrestlers want to bring in, the fans. And if you have a script and no emotion tied to it, you're really not going to bring them in to want them to see you fight someone,
For sure. Wow, some great words from the big Texan there. Fan.
So then that begs the question, with the new wrestlers coming up, do you think the idea of promos and being able to do good promos is a lost art?
Yes. It is definitely a lost art. When you give me a live mic and you give me a situation, odds are I've been in that situation before. I've got, over 20 years in this business, so I can mentally put myself in that situation and be able to talk about it. These new guys, and I was talking to you before, even training the new guys is a totally different way than how I was trained. I was trained, they were trying to get me to quit every time I showed up. And now you got to have, like you were talking about, a little MySpace card. I got 10 minutes in the corner by myself because I got to calm down. The promos, I don't know. Then again, some of these newer kids kind of shock me. Because some of them, at least the ones that I've been dealing with, actually do promo training on their own, in their car, in their shower, or whatever. So, man, it's a yin-yang type of situation. I do feel it's lost because that experience really puts that emotional side into it. And even WWE now know house shows, so they're even talking about it's harder for people to get the reps in. God knows you need those reps to even do your match, to make it look great. So promo time is another one that you should work on.
Well, wrestling today, I mean, you just pretty much nailed it on the head. I mean, there's no house shows now. So instead of being, a show each day of the week and then maybe 2 on Saturday or 2 on Sunday or 2 on both, you're getting 2 shows a week or maybe 3 at the most.
All right, the best ladder match. Who's going to say what the ladder match is between 2 guys in WWE?
Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon.
Okay, so not that many people know, but they actually had that match weeks, months prior to that on the pay-per-view. Why? Because they were putting in the reps. They were putting in what went well, but looked good, and taking out the stuff that didn't.
Right.
And then when it came to the pay-per-view time, you had a classic. Now you don't have those reps. So when you make a mistake, it's obvious you're making a mistake.
It's that much more amplified.
And unfortunately, when you make that mistake, you are now on TV instead of on the house show.
Yeah. Some great points by the big Texan over here, HD.
Yes.
Oh, this guy.
You deserve it.
it. This guy kills me. You do it every week, though.
He deserves it every week, maybe, right?
Oof.
Well, you know, the one thing too, when you're talking about the promos, you gotta keep in mind also that if every worker that went out there could cut the most perfect promo out there, there'd be no managers. Because that's where managers really got started back in the day.
Right.
They put them with the guys who couldn't cut promos and couldn't get out there and get themselves over. And so, you know, a lot of people don't remember that, you know, Sam in St. Louis only had one manager that worked, and that was Bobby the Brain.
Right.
And one because he could talk, and then plus he could wrestle also. So, but he always put him with the guys that needed that extra push that couldn't do the promos.
I mean, and today's, like, to follow up with what you're saying, in today's wrestling, there's really not that many managers that do any talking at all. Of course, Paul Ellering in the WWE, one of the greatest talkers on the microphone now. And then maybe in AEW, you've got maybe Prince Nana from time to time, but he doesn't always talk. And then MVP for the Hurt Business, he's the main talker for that little group. I'm at a loss of thinking of really anybody else.
You're gonna make me say his name.
Go ahead.
Don Callis.
Oh man, I was trying to leave him out of it, dude. Because I know you hate him so much.
I'm just tired of him, yeah. But he does the talking.
Yeah.
You made me say his name.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong. He does do the talking, and he'll jump on commentary from time to time and all that sort of thing.
FTR's manager does talking, but they don't need a manager.
Yeah, Stokely Hathaway, but that's true. They really don't need a manager. Both of them can talk. But then at the same time, when you get three guys together that can really bring it down as far as promos go, you're hitting a home run every single time one of them picks up the microphone.
Which one?
Any of FTR.
Oh, okay. I didn't know who you were talking about.
Just, oh my Lord. Are you feeling okay this morning?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yes.
I think there's an issue with the resident referee over here, Mr. 123, Yeet, HD Daniels. Hey, let's see what the Facebook chat room is talking about over here. We've got Trisha McGarry Williams saying, "Good morning, gentlemen," and a big yeet to Sarge NHD of Yeet. Tanya Payne Mulitalo. My boy can cut one hell of a promo. Speaking of the astonishing one, Austin Mulitalo. And I would agree.
Yes.
He is one of those young and up and comers that, you know, can pick up a microphone and hold his own against some of these guys and gals out there. Our UWT champion, Captain Freedom himself, Mr. Josh Mudd,
Co-champion.
says no.
Yes.
Let Herb know he has an awesome lineup coming up to Fanfest, and I'm looking forward to it. And he does have an absolutely awesome lineup coming up for Fanfest on May the 8th and the 9th, to include an awesome card that's going to be done, some podcasts that are going to be being run, some huge segments going to be happening during all of that situation going on the May the 8th and May the 9th, and we'll get back into some of those folks that are coming.
The Big Texan's going to be in action.
The Big Texan going to be in action? Wow.
Yeah.
Any chance I can get him thrown into the ring with the Big Texan? Speaking of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Hey, one more won't hurt. He's going to have his hands full with the Koloff family.
As my manager, right?
Right, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. I could bring a...
Yeah, because I believe Nikita's going to be the manager for Neil Koloff, so
Wow.
we may have to equal
If
that
he
side
needs a
up.
deputy,
Right.
he might need a deputy.
I think I do.
Sounds like you're going to have your hands full over there, Big Texan.
I know it. You know, you got a legend. You got a legend in the corner, and the future in the ring. So, yeah, I mean, I will definitely need a manager if you want to, you know, hop on board.
Sure.
I was really hoping that he was going to face off against you as well. But hey.
If he's got too many people on the other side, he needs to even up his side a little bit.
You're just trying to be nicey nice
Right.
now instead of poking the bear like
Hey,
you
I
like.
got a cane.
And we're up against our second break of the first hour. We're gonna go ahead and take that real quick. And when we come back, WWE Backlash 2026 is next weekend. We're gonna talk about some of these matches, get some predictions from Herb Simmons himself as well, see what he thinks of some of these folks that are on the big time now. Do they really deserve to be there? That's the question on some of these folks. So we'll get to that right after this.
River Electric Cooperative members, take control of your energy costs by monitoring your energy usage. Our online member portal or the My Quiver app allows you to set usage alerts and receive notifications when your energy consumption exceeds a certain threshold. Discover easy ways to save. Not sure how to read your energy usage? We're here to help. To learn more, visit our website, quiver.com, or call us at 800-392-3709.
3 minutes.
Weber Chevrolet. In the auto business, you don't just automatically stick around for 150 years.
You okay back there?
Oh, yeah, no.
We've come a very long way from selling wagons and farmlands and the like on the riverfront, where the arch now stands. Now, we have 4 great dealerships.
There's all these
in the St.
posts
Louis
on
and Southern
Twitter
Illinois
about
areas,
who's Dan
all
Housen's gonna
270.
pick for his partner.
It's a
Yeah.
legacy built on
I
trust,
picked it.
hard work,
Hoover a
and
couple weeks ago.
commitment
There's
to
2
our
options.
But what matters
Jelly
most
Housen
is you,
Oh, Lord.
our valued
or
customers.
Boogie Housen.
Oh,
No
Lord.
surprise, times have changed. The
Oh, Lordy.
industry changed, car buying has changed. But we're still here doing what we've done for the past 120 years. Helping people buy great cars
No?
and trucks.
I don't know,
to make
dude.
their families
I just don't
know.
care. That's the thing.
And that's something that nobody else can say.
Danhausen is
See for
the
yourself.
worst.
But there's a
idea.
lot of fans into it.
Oh, I know.
though.
My daughter even loves it.
Visit us at
A lot of
any
fans
Walmart
in
in
it.
your city,
Seriously?
Illinois, and Freeport. You can also find us on Facebook on WeberAutomotive.com.
You just don't like fun. Sorry.
I like fun if the fun would make sense.
Why does fun have to make sense? Chaotic fun is fun.
But it can be. The whole, oh, you are cursed. That's his stick. He hasn't changed it. He's never gonna change it. And it's gonna get
So,
old. It got old real
there's
fast already.
There's this new character. I don't know if you've ever heard of him before. He's pretty new. His name's The Undertaker. He casts magic spells. And he's a zombie dead man cowboy who rides motorcycles.
Right. And he changed it up along the way. Just like Sting changed it up along the
Been
way.
around for 2 months.
Buy one, get one free on Wednesday in Troy. And
One to go away.
Mexican restaurant in the Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3 Troy Center. Veteran owned and operated.
He's just their cash
Bringing
grab
great
right now.
authentic
Yes.
cuisine
Oh, yeah.
to Lincoln County. Hasta
Jim's the one
pronto.
who keeps me up to date on all that local, all the new stuff.
1 minute.
People's Bank and Trust is helping you get a grip on your finances with our new mobile banking service.
I grew up with WCCW. That's why I asked about
and pay
Bonner.
bills all from the palm of your
I
hand.
mean,
Visit us
that was my heyday. That was
online.
Eddie Von Erich and House Mom. Oh, is
People's
he?
Bank and Trust.
Really?
Hometown banking the way it should be. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Member FDIC, Equal
He's
Housing
originally
Lender.
from St. Louis,
Mhm.
Florissant, Missouri.
Family Shoe Store is a local family and veteran-owned tradition in historic
WCCW is
downtown Troy, Missouri.
my parents said that
Dedicated
was
to
my,
serving local
that was
community and
my,
providing great customer
church.
service.
Yep.
Their
I
brands
miss
include
WCCW, I was upset.
And all of them.
Skechers, Thorogood,
You
as
know,
well as
Dan,
Superfleet
I'll tell you.
insoles, state-of-the-art 3D foot scanner to
Yeah,
ensure you
started
get
with
just the
Jersey.
right insoles for you.
Free
Family Shoe
Birds
Store
and
provides men's
Von
and
Erich's,
women's quality
man.
footwear and
That
women's
whole
wear.
rivalry
Missouri
was in the
47,
process of
Family
having
Shoes,
a
636-528-8247.
Mics are going live. Welcome back. Uncensored Wrestling Talk. We are live inside the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. And Superfan, I gotta let you know that little ding that I did on the board, it wasn't directed towards you. There was a little bit of a hum going on, and sometimes you gotta just give it a little smack, and it's back to good.
Can you
Okay.
Name the board. Does the board have a name? We could name him Tim, and when it acts up.
Okay, we can do that. That's a good. Go ahead, poke the bear. Hey, next week, WWE Backlash 2026. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches that are going to happen on this one, folks. Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker, of course, with Paul Heyman in his corner. What do you guys think about this one coming up there, HD Daniels?
Where do you think they're going with this?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, okay, we have this match, but
I mean, Braun Breaker did a number on Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. Spearing him outside of the ring, causing him to lose to Gunther, and then getting up there to the top of that ramp, 75-yard dash right down the rampway. Big Texan knows a little bit about football. He knows those dashes. And nonstop, smacking him with another spear. I mean,
I kind of feel like Rollins is going to win, but I don't know what that's going to do to Braun Breaker.
See, I don't.
You know?
I don't.
But then what's that going to do to Seth?
That's a good question, too.
Seth doesn't need the win. You got to reestablish Braun after the injury. Yes, he's been doing some stuff, but this is going to be the match that reestablishes him as a top contender to put him into the title hunt.
Well, I'm kind of thinking that way, too. But also at the same time, I don't think it's the right time for Braun Breaker to be in the world title hunt at the moment. With everything that's going on with Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu, that whole thing is going to keep going for at least a couple of months, right? So, either way, whoever wins this one between Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, it's not going to be over.
Maybe it'll be a no finish.
It could be. So who do you think is actually, what do you think is going to happen in this particular match, HD?
Oh, I'm speculating. I don't know, really.
We're doing predictions right now.
We're doing predictions. I think Seth Rollins is going to win.
H.G. Daniels says Seth Rollins is going to pick up the W in this one. Superfan?
As I stated just a moment ago, they're going to rebuild Braun Breaker to be a main event guy, so Braun's going to win it.
See, now I've been going back and forth between this one because really, I mean, does a win really do anything for either one of these guys?
That's where I'm going with this.
But a loss can really set back the situation as well between the two of them, especially if Braun Breaker gets the loss with him just coming back.
It puts a setback, right? Those are your words.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me who even cares about this match from a fan base perspective. Like, so what if they do? Do we even care?
I mean, it's professional wrestling. Of course we care.
Well, you want good matches and good storylines, but is anybody paying for Backlash to see Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins?
Ooh, you know, it's part of the package.
Okay.
It's part of the package.
Mm-hmm.
So if that match is on there and it's their first time going up against each other like this, yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. You can take off Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu, that World Heavyweight Championship match. You can take off Trick Williams and Sami Zayn for the United States Championship. That is a
first time matchup.
If the first time matchup is a put butts in seats type matchup, I think.
Oh, okay. I guess we disagree.
No, that's fine. We can agree to disagree on this one. That's not a problem. Mr. Simmons, what do you think? What's your thought process on this particular match between Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker?
Who are these guys?
Barry.
No,
they'll never see another day in the business.
No, you know, when you talk about Breaker having to get reestablished, I mean, the obvious thing from a booking angle, if you're looking at it that, but you know, what do they do that's booking? From what I get to hear from my right-hand man, you know, he keeps me informed. But you know, if they're trying to reestablish him, you don't do it in a one and done. You know, if he came out and destroyed him once, now you got to let him kind of get his evens. But the sensible thing would be to do is to let it get thrown out again and then put more butts in the seat the next time.
Big Texan, what do you think, good sir? Do you think maybe some outside interference in this one is warranted?
It's got to be. I mean, this match was just thrown in, you know, with Seth's injury, and then, you know, they tried to give Breaker, you know, the ball, and then he got injured. So I think this match was probably supposed to happen maybe a year from now, you know, but now they're since they're both back, they kind of threw it all together. I agree with both. So I agree with you because who the hell cares about this match? But then I agree with you, Superfan, too, because you have to build Brock back up. Because there's something that Brock doesn't have yet. It could be the repetitions that we talked about. God knows he can talk because he's related to the Steiners. I mean, maybe he can talk because he's
He can
related
math
to
like the Steiners.
yes. But yeah, it's a match that I think needs to happen, but I think it should still have happened a year from now. So, yeah.
And this could be the start of that match a year from now.
Yeah.
This might be one of those like career-long rivalry things. I could foresee that.
Yeah, but see, another thing that I'm looking at is if this is the quote-unquote start of things, right? And we see a year-long program between these two, going back and forth, having different types of matches, tag matches, just getting involved in each other's other matches that are going on. It's kind of like with everything else, and a good majority of the fans will get tired with it, get stale with it, start booing it. And then what do you do?
Maybe I'm projecting my future boredness because there's not going to be an end to this. This one match won't be the end of it, so I'm already prepared to be bored. Maybe that's what my problem is.
Could be. It could be. I mean, I don't know. Again, because you change from week to week here. Me? Yes. We're talking about these different things because, for me, I like the long burn story.
Oh, I don't change my mind on that.
But this is going to be a long story burn line
I just
here.
said I'm going to be bored with it.
And you're going to be bored with it.
I'm bored with all the long stories.
Why do you think that is right now? Because you're not the only one.
It's too repetitive. So the fans, go back to when Vince was still in charge. The fans wanted all these long-term stories. They're tired of all this. Okay. The fans wanted to be invested in a story for a long period of time. They wanted to see the ins and outs, what makes a story good, what makes this person good, what makes this person bad. Like, who is this person? We want to buy into this person, whoever it is. I don't care. From the world title down to the bottom of the card.
Mm-hmm.
But when Triple H, came in, I'm just gonna start with the Triple H era. His stories there's nothing to bite on. It's I win, you win. I win, you win. This time we're gonna have a street fight and you win. This time we're gonna have a cage match and you win. And then it's so repetitive. Lather, rinse, repeat. There's nothing to invest yourself in. It gets boring.
So, in your eyes, what could they do to keep it fresh for people not to get bored with it? Maybe just more time period between their matches?
Well, see, I was gonna also add that you have someone like Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is a long-term story because he never shows up.
Ooh. But he's been showing up now, though.
And gets paid.
And gets paid, so yeah.
I would love to have a job where I show up once a month and I get paid what he pays. I have no problem with him on that level.
Right.
But as a fan of the product, I want to see. People are going to counter this and say, well, he's been on Raw every week since Mania.
And he has been.
That is true.
And we'll see if that keeps continuing.
History tells us Roman's going to go away with the title, and we're never going to have a world champion on our Monday Night Raw television show.
Well, like we were talking about, this particular run might be different. And so far, so good in that thought process.
I would love to be wrong. I would love to.
Big Texan looks like he wants to say something here.
Well, I think it's... There's no one left. You got Brock Lesnar just retired.
Mm-hmm.
He was a mammoth draw. You got John Cena, where all the fans were behind John Cena.
John Cena sucks.
Yeah, if you hate him or if you loved him, people love to say it. But he was a draw.
Yeah.
So now they have Roman. So yes, he's going to be there. I think he's going to be there every time because one, he might be afraid of cuts, and two, he's all they got. You got CM Punk That's another guy you're gonna either love or hate him.
Yeah.
But as everyone is saying, even Roman said it, Punk's getting a little old. You know, so.
Well, we got Cody Rhodes.
Oh, the story's been finished a long time ago.
Oh, I know, right? The story's been
Yeah, with
finished.
Cody Rhodes. Yeah.
We're bored.
You know, I got out of wrestling, watching wrestling, and the Bloodline story brought me back in, and that was when it was a mix with Bloodline and Cody Rhodes. But now, you know, I even feel the Bloodline story is done.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even Jacob Fatu coming in, yes, he's a great guy. I wouldn't mind seeing a one-off of those two. I don't see that being a long-told story.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. I do feel that they need to mix it up a little bit and get people pulled back in, you know, like the old Vince McMahon days. Maybe this is why it sucks, because they're using the AI like we just talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Very interesting. Very interesting words from the Big Texan. Aaron Morris.
Tim has thoughts.
Well, hang on here. Aaron Morris, I want to get a lady's perspective here real
Come here,
quick
Aaron.
on all of this situation that's going on. We've got about 3.5 minutes here before we get to the top of the hour. So real quick, what are your thoughts on this whole situation? You have to stand up and get into the mic there.
And, so, like, AI, or, sorry,
The whole thing that we're talking about.
the whole thing.
The Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker,
Braun
the
Breaker,
situation.
Ultimately, I mean, like, you got Braun Breaker, technically, he's a second generation, so he's trying to prove himself against Seth Rollins. The whole storyline might be drawn out. They might squash it right there. It depends on the wrestler themselves and how the promoter wants to take that storyline. Because, as we all know in the business, injuries happen,
Very true.
babies,